everybody to Twitch Tuesday, now on Wednesday, now back on Tuesday, now on YouTube. My name is Matt. That is Dylan. We are live. Not a minute to spare. I just tweeted that we're live. How are we doing, Dylan?
Doing okay.
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 Anything big going on in your life? Water.
Stay hydrated, everybody. Big things in my life. Let's see. Kelsey Kirkland says, "Hello, you. Which you? Which us? We're talking about the show you? I haven't watched it. Hannah watches it, though. Looks like
I've never
garbage.
seen it.
Looks really bad.
It's on my list of things to watch because I like Dan Humphrey a lot from Gossip Girl.
Yeah. Speaking of shows that Hannah likes that she doesn't have anybody to talk to, but she's not going to be on screen to talk about it.
Are you talking about Succession?
How's Succession? I haven't been watching it, but
Succession is so fucking good, Dylan. I can't believe you're not into this show. It's like peak television.
I can. I watched like 4 episodes of it, and I didn't get into it.
Yeah, but that's not enough. You know, you got to give it at least 2 seasons.
2 seasons? There's only 4.
You got to go halfway through the entire show to really appreciate it.
Yeah, sure.
Kelsey says people usually go for the Kenobi hello there. That's not creepy enough for me. That's fair. That's fair enough.
That's fair.
But no, yeah, the last 2 episodes were out so far, and I gotta tell you, it's been really good. So I started doing the thing where I listened to the accompanying podcast with the show, like I did for The Last of Us.
Yeah.
It's like way too smart for me. Like it's like way they actually have like actual like business people on the show to like
break down about like what's going on.
Yeah, like break down the character decisions, why they're like making bad decisions and everything. So it's a lot, but I'm really into it. Last 2 episodes have been really good. And they've also said that they didn't plan for this to be the last season. They're like, oh, this is a natural stopping point, so let's just end it here. But there wasn't like a plan to like, so this is going to happen and people are going to die and all this. This is just like the natural stopping point. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I was intrigued to kind of hear, because again, Succession is kind of so big, it's kind of hard not to hear news about it. But I was intrigued to hear about the overall concept of them just kind of being like, cool, it just is ending this season. That's it. Like, they're like, could have gone another season or 2? Probably. Do we want it to? Not so much. Brian Cox looks like he's ready to get out of it. So,
I mean, yeah, you're right there. Yeah, I'm interested to see like where it goes, because like the whole point of Succession is who takes over the company after Logan Roy, like he gives up the power. And I honestly can't think of like an ending that I would be mad at. Like I wouldn't be surprised if anything happened, but I don't think any of the kids are gonna win, because they're all they're all very flawed, and that's what I love about it, because you don't know who's gonna win. I say that now, but like I've also said that about Game of Thrones. So we'll see if it sticks to landing.
It's important to be able to stick to landing. Listen, the difference between The Last of Us and any other television show is that 9 out of 10 television shows don't stick a landing.
Yeah, very, very few do. So it's not it's a hard task to do.
You know what? I would dare say it's only The Last of Us. No other shows ever stuck a landing. No, I'm kidding. No, this is us just being Last of Us stands all the way through the roof. Westworld season 1 stuck the landing, and then they kept making seasons, and it was like
they kept coming out with their seasons.
Yeah,
and I didn't dislike season 2 or season 3.
No, I didn't like season or dislike season 2. I didn't end up watching season 3 because I just kind of felt like I was like, what? I don't know what I want from this show anymore. Like Westworld season 1, I was like, perfect. Westworld season 2, I was like, more Man in Black, sure, even though it's Ed Harris. More of his backdrop and his character in modern day. You gave us a little bit of the Asian culture world. You gave us Eastworld, if you will. And I'm like, okay, I got a lot of what I wanted. Like, it was kind of fan servicey to a degree on season 2, and then at season 3, I was just like, bro, I'm full.
You're like this fucking guy from Breaking Bad is on here. I'm not gonna watch this season.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't fucking care about that. I skip that Jesse kid anytime I see him. So
No, but like so it's weird for me because I left season 3 feeling really good about the direction of the show. Like the ending in the season 3 is just like awesome. But then the whole like WB controversy happened, and I was like, what's the point of like watching this if they're gonna like there's no
Yeah.
closure.
You can say
So
that
yeah,
about pretty much every DCEU movie coming
yeah.
out slowly.
We're gonna get into the DCEU in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just really hope it sticks to landing. You know what also always sticks to landing is Love is Blind. Just bringing it up for here, Chelsea in the chat.
Yeah.
This season is pretty fucking wild, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, well,
All right, let me ask this.
yeah.
Has there been any moment that's been as oh my god as Andrew with eye drops?
No, I think that was peak Love is Blind.
I don't think you really can peak harder than that. Like,
I think you got the perfect time.
yeah,
you picked
that
the
was
perfect
definitely
season
the
to watch.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. This season, I want to like do a breakdown because I know you're never gonna watch. You might watch.
I may watch this. I may watch the new season. Don't rule it out for me.
So I might like. I want to do like a like in-depth breakdown of one of my reality shows, just like show you how crazy this stuff gets and
it probably won't be Love is Blind because unfortunately it's a show I may watch. So like I don't want to like if you tell me about it and spoil it for me, I'm like I'm never gonna want to go watch this thing. So
yeah, and I so it's weird with Love is Blind because for me I love reality TV, so I'll watch the whole thing through. But like from your perspective, I can get like how the good parts are the beginning when they're in the pods.
Yep.
And the end when you see whether they get married.
Yeah, everything in the middle for Love is Blind was just ugh.
Everything in the middle is just like whatever.
Yeah.
Just as this season is bonkers, but not Andrew levels. That was a moment in reality TV history that will never be beat. That is very true.
Yeah, it is.
And also, I don't think you have like a. Well, okay, I can't talk about it with spoiling it, but I feel like Bartiz was like just such a good villain in like a I want to punch your face kind of way.
Yeah.
And this season has that, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Danny says, "Hi, Barbie." We'll get into it, Danny. We'll get into it.
Hold on, Danny. We're gonna get there. Hey, Hannah, can you come here for a second? Oh no. Oh gosh, that's a big cat. Nat's talking about Succession, and while I got you walking by,
I was gonna go to sleep.
I know you were going to sleep, but you know it's content, so.
Here, I think we actually moved on from Succession like 5 minutes ago, but we can talk Succession.
No. Just
I'm really sleepy.
Okay, how are you liking the show? Hey, Danny Costs gave us 99 cents with a super sticker, but it wasn't $1.99. Why are you cheaping out on us, Danny? Anyway, got a big old cat. Big old cat. You liking Succession?
Yeah.
You liking Love is Blind's new season?
I haven't started it yet.
Yeah. Well, it's
because I just finished You season 4.
We were just talking about that too.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was doing before I started Love is Blind.
Yeah.
So I haven't started Love is Blind yet.
Oh, she's such a big girl.
Oh, there's the chunk mistress.
Oh my god, I gotta keep her right here because she tries to go for my arm. I recently finished up my Pokemon tattoo. It is still very fresh and bandaged. This arm. Yeah, and
what was it? What'd you get the evolutions?
Yeah, it's the EVs, right? So I finally finished it up. Probably not, but finished up for a little bit now, for a little while now. And all this big heckin' chonker of a cat wants to do is attack the spot that I'm sore. She just wants to rub up on it and hug it and love it forever, but that hurts.
She wants to snuggle.
Yeah. Have you seen the Barbie trailer?
Yeah, I have.
What'd you think?
I want to see it. I don't know why.
You know, that
looks so dumb, but I want to see it so bad.
Here, I'll tell you the 2 reasons you want to watch it based on what the trailer told you.
Come here, chomp mistress.
Okay. Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu.
Some fucking bullshit right now.
Right?
You want a hug?
Right. So Ryan Gosling and Simu, yeah. That's like
come on.
Reason 1 she's not even remotely listening.
Because I'm getting a hug.
And come on. And the other one is yes, thank you for the kisses. The other one is Margot Robbie's feet. It's like
oh yeah.
I didn't even. I mean, I noticed like the foot thing, but I didn't think of like. I don't.
Watch the trailer, guy.
I'm not Quentin Tarantino. I don't have a foot fetish.
No, I don't. But the feet in that trailer, I don't know. You know,
there were some good feet.
Well, here, check it out. So,
I saw the trailer, Dylan.
I know, but I was like, what I told the C2H, which I want to share with you, and I was like,
goodbye.
Okay, I watched it, and I was like, literally me in the first 10 seconds of this trailer. God, I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me. But then I just took a picture of the feet and sent it. For those wondering, that's Margarita's feet. Yeah, I'm not into feet. The end.
I wish I was though. We talked about this during the
we did. Right? No, I forget what the conversation was for that in total, but I'll tell you, like feet.
Yeah.
Like you're.
It'd be such a good thing to get into because there's like free content.
No, yeah, that was the argument because like feet are so accessible. You can see anyone's feet.
Yeah.
Like everywhere, every beach, every pool, everywhere.
I mean, really, just overall, like summer, you're just rock hard all the time, you know.
Yeah, you just head to the beach and you see feet everywhere.
Bro, if you live in California, they're wearing flip-flops 9 out of like 12 months.
I don't know. If you live in Kentucky, there are a lot of trashy people who still
that's true.
wear flip-flops all the time.
Foot porn is the C2A chat. This tracks for
this fucking freak in the chat says, I like armpits.
Danny.
Well, so does this cat.
Yeah.
Hang on. I gotta
sticking her face in your armpit.
Yeah. For more of her feet, watch Once Upon a Time. Yeah, no, I watched Once Upon a Time. I don't want to spend another 5 hours watching.
I'm gonna time out Danny for 5 minutes because of that comment. Your time.
That's a good call. That's a good call. Hey, cool cats. Hey, it's our man. We got Flick and Real Jesse himself, presumably Jesse.
She's leaving.
Yeah.
We're both in this room and she's leaving it.
Our cat is sick of our shit. She was not into feet. Unlike this chat, maybe. I don't know. Foot lovers in chat, let us know in the comments. But all right, so yeah, we got to get in a little bit into this first trailer. We're gonna talk about Barbie. Favorite trailer this week?
It's easily Across the Spider-Verse for me. We'll get into it, but that's it for me.
It's Barbie for me, strangely.
Really? Okay.
Unironically. Okay,
so hang on.
Let's have the battle. Let's have the battle of trailers. Okay. Here's my rebuttal.
Oh, you're using your little thingy.
Yeah, I'm using it. So into Spider-Verse, right?
Yeah.
Good trailer.
See, I saw your comment in the chat, and I could not disagree more.
And you could not disagree more?
I could not disagree more.
It showed the whole movie.
It didn't show enough. It
showed well than more than enough. It did not need to show
good.
That much. That first movie was
what
already
did it show though? It didn't show much of anything. You get the basic plot. You get the characters. That's it.
You got 80% of this movie already. Like
no, you
got the story beats. So go ahead.
It's after 9 o'clock.
Oh
no wonder I'm so tired.
Yeah, it's after 9. You're asleep. Oh my god.
It's late for me.
You take that cat and you go to bed.
I am.
Have you loved the recent Succession episodes?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
I mean, yeah.
She says, "Yeah," more enthusiastically. They were good. They were good episodes.
I mean, like, I'm just having trouble thinking at the moment because I'm really, really tired.
All right. Well, we'll get your thoughts about it later.
Okay.
Like here in like 30 minutes when you're more tired.
I mean, there have been some good quotable moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
the capricious bag.
Yeah, like it's so good. The dialogue in the show is so good.
It's so ridiculous and so funny. Like
Hannah's pretending that she hasn't been looking forward to talking about it with somebody all day. She was literally saying, like, just yesterday, she was like...
That was actually the first episode. That wasn't this week's.
Oh, it was the first episode. Yeah, she was just like, yeah, it's really good. I wish I had somebody to talk to about it. And I was like, well, you just need to pop on Twitch Tuesday and talk to that. And
yeah, well, if it was at, like, 5 o'clock when I'm still feeling chatty.
Well, that's like 3 o'clock his time, and he's at
work. Still at work.
Yeah.
3 o'clock.
But
maybe on a weekend or something.
I just think it's so funny how, like, Greg was so excited because he's just, like, I'm gonna show up with this date, and I'm like, we're gonna like fool around and be all spicy, and just like no matter how hard he tries to like get ahead in any way, it just gets like shat all over.
It's so good. Then that line when Logan says, "Who wants to smell Greg's finger?" It's so
I know.
good.
I was like, it was so unexpected. I don't know. It just. It was so like, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go to bed.
Okay, let's get back into these trailers.
We gotta have a trailer war.
Jesse says hard between Spider-Verse and Barbie. Ironically, Secret Invasion is last for me, despite me really enjoying
it.
I don't know if it's last for me, but there were some like I don't know if I disliked any trailer that came out recently.
No, yeah, I would definitely say that there's no bad trailers. It's just
I would say probably Blue Beetle is my least favorite, but even that I thought was
actually haven't seen Blue Beetles yet.
Okay, we gotta watch it then.
Yeah, we'll watch it. Hey, close that door. Okay.
I don't know where the cat was, but you'll have to.
Yeah, I'll find her.
Jesse says let's watch the new Ted Lasso, and that's all that matters.
Ted Lasso. Everybody loves Ted Lasso, and for that reason, I'm not watching it. So
you gotta watch Ted Lasso.
I know everybody says like too that you're like as a therapist you should.
As a therapist, yes, you should, because like as a therapist, you're gonna be so offended by last week's episode.
Oh my god, I don't need that.
The ultimate villain of the show.
I don't need that attitude. Dude, we get villain. I'm tired of getting. Anyway, so
can I ruin the last episode for you? Because
I'm probably not going to watch it.
So, Ted, the main character, obviously,
yeah,
he's divorced from his wife,
yeah,
and he finds out that his wife started dating someone, and it was their marriage counselor.
Oh,
so yeah, really unethical. And they,
it's a whole thing. I mean, it depends.
It's
I'm so kidding.
The whole thing is like the marriage counselor told Ted that he needed to give her space,
right?
And that was the reason why he's in England coaching the soccer team.
No, like subtly speaking, TV and movies love painting therapists as fucking dickheads.
This guy's such a dirtbag, you know.
They love it. They love it. It's the easiest.
There's a good therapist on the show though. Like you'll like her.
Okay. Just not the marriage counselor.
Just not the marriage counselor.
So wait, we got to get back to the. Sorry, Hannah derailing as always, but that's what I have her do it. So, Ted Lasso is itself therapy, says Jesse. Sure. Well, I don't know how I'm getting paid doing what I'm doing. Then this is why even more reason for me to put Ted Lasso down because
Apple TV is a lot cheaper than an actual therapist.
Depends on your insurance. Medicaid, they don't pay anything to come see me. So,
yeah, but you get Apple TV free when you get an iPhone.
Do you?
So, yeah, if you get a new iPhone, you get an.
I don't know. Sorry, my phone fucking opens and explodes. So clearly not an iPhone. All right, so back to this trailer, Panther. Okay. No. Into the Spider-Verse 2 showed way fucking too much.
I don't think it did though. I think there's a lot that they're keeping.
Bro. All right. It gave us the whole premise of the intro. It gave us pretty much a whole like scene from the very beginning of the movie, talking about where Miles is, what he's been up to, all of that, his little conflict of being like Brooklyn Spider-Man, followed up immediately into meeting Gwen again, catching up, getting into the verse, having their early banter, showing that it's not going to be him to be accepted. That's Act 1 leading into Act 2. They already show Act 2 sitting there and saying like, no, you're not going to be allowed in here. And that we're going to give you a sense of prophecy because you in specific are a Spider-Man that's going to fuck up the whole verse. Act 2 gets explained and the whole conflict there, and they show literal scenes from it. All right. Act 3 is going to be some sense of resolution where all the Spideys all probably come out and hang out and have a good time. Am I looking forward to it? Sure. Does it look good? Yes. My complaint is it showed me 2/3 of the fucking movie already.
I don't know if it did. I feel like they're not showing a lot. I don't. It's just a feeling I have. I don't think they're showing. There's
I think
a lot
that's a bold statement to make, not having watched the movie.
That's fair. That's fair. We'll see when it comes out in June, which is coming up so fast.
God, I know. I saw June on that, and I'm like, shit. That's like 2 months from now.
That's 2 months.
That's wild. Anyway, so Barbie. Now, I actually forgot about Secret Invasion. It could be Secret Invasion, but no. Here's why.
It was so good though.
Secret Invasion was a really good trailer. But here's what I'll say: Barbie's probably still my number one. Barbie is a property that I have no good reason to be invested or intrigued by at all. Greta Gerwig, sure. Like Margot Robbie, bunch of fantastic actors. Great. I didn't watch Babylon, so it's like on paper, it's like, why the fuck do I care? And then it's like Ryan Gosling comedy and Simu Liu comedy, and I'm like, okay, now I've got something to be a little bit interested in about. And it's just like tiptoeing the line of like PG-13 to like fake R comedy. I'm like, is a kind of funny tone for it. My big fear of it though is it's going to be one of these movies that tiptoes that line and never gets that, like, never pushes it for being funny, and it's going to like that's the highlight reel. But strangely, the Barbie trailer feels so held back in a lot of ways. I still don't know what to expect from it. Like a bunch of like kind of like corny innuendo. Is it supposed to be a musical? I don't know.
I don't know if it is. It supposed to be musical?
Is this supposed to be a musical, guys? I don't. A friend of mine asked that when he watched the trailer, and I'm unsure. Also,
yeah. Well, you want to talk about like movies that don't give too much away. I feel like this is the epitome of it because I don't know the plot of the movie at all.
Yes. Talk about the opposite of the Spider-Verse trailer. This is what I want in a trailer. I want enough to keep me. I want enough to intrigue me, but not tell me what the fuck is going to go on. Into the Spider-Verse was like, literally, they could have just left the teaser trailer up, and that would have been fine.
It gives you the outline of what happens, but it doesn't like give you the plot of the movie. I don't agree with that at all.
Act 1 and Act 2 of a 3-act story.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm pretty sure. Meanwhile, Secret Invasion. Yeah. All right. Deacon even says himself, bullseye. He knows I'm right about this. That's what I'm taking that context as. I could be on that one, but Secret Invasion, though, I will say, right there in the smack dab middle of not so much telling and showing a whole bunch of stuff, but doing the classic Marvel trailer thing where it's like, we're going to show you just some random interesting things that you geeks are going to fucking like, and that's all we have to do to promote this, really. Both of us, I think, were very stoked about the tone of this, though. Yeah?
Oh, hell yeah. Love the tone.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting because, like, I don't know what the plot is, but I can guess. Like, I think it might be like an elf situation.
Yeah.
Where Margot Robbie or whoever goes out into the real world and has to like adapt and everything because there are humans in this cast. Like you have like human people cast as humans.
Right.
So we haven't seen any of that yet. We've seen like the character posters and everything that tell you a little bit about the movie, but like they're keeping it pretty well guarded.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this trailer has done enough to sway you over to the Barbie side from the Oppenheimer side? Like, which one are you going to see first in theaters?
If you said they come out on, don't they come out in the same weekend?
Same day.
Same day. Dude, I'm still picking Oppenheimer. Like,
you're out of mind.
Listen. I will say this.
Oh, Danny's back from his timeout.
Yeah, welcome back, Danny. Tenet was pretty bad.
Yeah, so that's my thing. Where you and I are both Nolan fanboys.
Yeah.
But like I feel like Greta Gerwig has the
chat
momentum.
Unanimously. Barbie all day. Barbie.
I'm telling you, it's Barbie.
Nolan equals hack. You know what? After that last movie, I still wouldn't say that. But Tenet was bad. Like it was.
I don't think Tenet was bad, but it was definitely a letdown.
No. I'm now at the point where I'm like Tenet's bad. I'm not saying it's bad for Nolan. I'm just it's bad. Right?
Wow. Okay.
It's not without some redeeming parts and some good charm. Again, Washington does a good performance. Pattinson has a good performance. Everybody else kind of fucking sucks. The plot again speaks for itself. So I was behind. Jesse. Okay, so I was behind, and then I'm waiting for the rebuttal here. But no, so the couple of character performances that are really good. It has the most forgettable fucking arch nemesis in the world, like antagonist rather. The action is just okay. I walked out of Tenet and I watched it at home.
That's not the way Nolan would have wanted you to watch Tenet.
Nolan's furious about that.
He's so mad.
Yeah. The audio mixing, and I get it. That's an ongoing industry thing where it's like we can't really cater to everybody's home system setting, so we're just going to cater to the theater experience. But also, fuck you. God, I don't know. Just Tenet was bad. It was just bad on a plane. Movies I wouldn't want to watch on a plane probably starts with Dark Knight Rises, strictly for the intro, because the idea of watching a plane getting like blown up and then carried upside down while in a plane. Touching on Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso's marriage counselor is a piece of shit, but Sharon is amazing. Also, she was in The Sandman. Watch The Sandman. Jesse, we've talked
Right.
about this at length. I watched The Sandman. Nat has not watched The Sandman. The Sandman is exceptional. Also,
There's a lot of shows out there I need to watch.
No, and there's one that you should watch, and it's The Sandman. But and Jesse, follow-up discussion to the last time we were all on screen. I remember you sat there and said I should go listen to the audio, the audio play version of the one that you were talking about, and I haven't done it yet. Just keeping you up to date. Not on purpose. I forgot what it was that I'm supposed to be Googling.
There are so many of us who have not seen The Sandman.
Dude,
there's just
The Sandman
there's
is
a lot.
cool.
I'm so busy right now. I'm rewatching.
Shut the
It's
fuck up.
Always
No, you're
Sunny in
not.
Philadelphia.
Shut up. No, you're not. Here's what you're watching. You're
I
watching.
am.
You're watching. All right. Did you finish Love Is Blind? Because it all came out, right? It's
I'm all
Netflix.
caught up. Yeah.
Okay, so you watched Love Is Blind. Succession comes out every Sunday, so you're not watching that ever repeatedly. What you got?
I told you I'm rewatching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
You have to go out of your way to rewatch something, which is what you're saying. No,
it's a good show. I think you would agree with that.
Listen, I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I've watched that show 100 times through, back and forth. That being said, fucking watch The Sandman. Anyway, Sandman was available on my flight to Hawaii, and I didn't bother. That's the right choice. Harold says, I watched The Dark Knight Rises intro on a plane, and Fight Club Midair, Crash Fantasy, and Jaws as I flew over. You're a fucking animal, Harold. And never let anybody tell you it is, in fact, the Sandman. There we go. Thank you for updating me with chronic disappointment. Well, if you didn't want that, you shouldn't tune into this show. I've been watching less than reading more, but I need to find a healthy balance. That's what porn is for. Mike Deacon says, I saw Social Media or Social Network, blah. And Peanut Butter Cup for some.
Well, I feel like those movies are fine to watch on the plane.
Deacon, do you only watch movies on the plane? I'm seeing a trend here. Love Is Blind before Sandman. What kind of abomination? Listen, I'm with you there.
Love Is Blind is so good. You have no idea. Like, it's a way of life.
All right, listen. Here's what I'll say: the beginning and ends of Love Is Blind is really good. The middle is like.
And to be fair, we're in the middle of the episodes, so that's a good point. I could just stop watching right now, but I gotta know. I gotta know if Bliss and Zach work out.
That is the reason Sandman took like 6 months to get renewed. I'm fucking right. Oh my god, dude! Yeah.
Anyone doesn't want to know why I watched Hostel.
Listen,
I don't think anyone wants to know.
Now, I'll even give you the ultimatum here. I'll even give you the ultimatum.
The Ultimatum, also a great show on Netflix.
Shut the fuck up. I'll even give you this. I will never bitch at you about Andor or The Sandman, but you have to watch one of them. Both of them are exceptional.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I will watch both Andor and Sandman if you watch all the Karate Kid movies and Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai's a lot. I'll watch the Karate Kid movies, but I won't.
Cobra Kai is like a 30-minute episode per show.
And how many seasons are there now?
There are 4 seasons, but they're fly.
And how many episodes are in those seasons?
I don't know, like 10. There's not that many. I'm telling you, you're gonna get sucked in. It's like anime, but real life.
So the problem is I watch anime, which is what I've continually been watching actually this entire time. If you want my anime reviews right now, currently seasonally Demon Slayer is about to pop back on. The new arc's probably going to be pretty good. Cobra Kai never dies, says Mike Deacon.
You know what? If I will watch one or the other, Andor or Sandman, if you watch Ted Lasso.
Well, I've already got spoiled for me now. I can't watch Ted Lasso.
You got a minor spoiler out of the 4, however many seasons.
Dude, it's so many seasons now. Give me something here. Give me something that's one season that isn't like 13 hours worth of content.
You know what? I will get back to you on that because there's a lot of.
Because last I checked, I did watch the show you recommended. I watched all of Love Is Blind season 3, and you have in fact.
I did not recommend that you watch Love Is Blind. You just got drunk one day and decided to watch it.
Absolutely did. You and Kelsey both were watching Going Nuts, and you guys said you should.
Okay, no, rewind, check the tape. I did not recommend that you watch Love Is Blind. I recommended you watch Too Hot to Handle, and you didn't watch. You did not watch Too Hot.
I watched the first episode of Too Hot to Handle.
That's one episode.
And then
I watched 2 episodes of Andor.
I'll watch the rest of I'll watch the rest of Too Hot to Handle if you watch Andor.
Okay, you got a deal.
All right.
I'll watch Andor.
All right. Are we gonna go episode for episode on this? Because neither of us trust one another to do this consistently.
I promise you, I'll watch Andor.
I promise I will. I promise I will. Listen, if you know anything about me, it's if I promise I do it, I'll do it.
Okay.
No matter how ridiculous it is.
Jesse says Ted Lasso for Dylan and Nat for Sandman. That's a fair trade, I think. There are more episodes of Ted Lasso, but they're flyby.
there's way more episodes of Ted Lasso than Sandman. I'll give you the first season of Ted Lasso for the first season of Sandman.
You would love Ted Lasso. I don't know why you're fighting this so
I
hard.
probably would, right? I probably would. It just feels like it's the same issue. God, Cameron, figure it out. It's the same issue as Arcane, where it feels like I missed the boat of like,
yeah, that's my issue with Arcane too.
Right. I missed the boat on the time to watch it, and because I didn't, now I just don't want to play catch up.
Danny brings up the excellent point. You have still not seen Top Gun Maverick.
Okay. Here. I'll do this.
Yeah.
I'll give you both Top Guns if you get Andor and the Sandman. We'll go 1 for 1.
Well, that's not a fair trade. That's two movies
hell no.
versus
That's
two shows.
That's a hell of a fair trade.
That's 2 movies versus 2 shows.
Yeah. And they're
you know
long movies. Here.
You know what?
If both of those movies are over 2 hours long, I'm gonna hold to this.
I will watch both Andor and Sandman, and you will owe me one. How about that? Because I can't think of anything a good trade.
Fine. Deal. For the record,
there's no deadline though. I'm not gonna watch it this week.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Top Gun 1. How long is this movie?
Danny says, "Okay, I watched Sandman, and now we'll watch Andor." Danny, you're not a part of this. This is between me and Dylan.
Yeah. Danny, we didn't invite you to this. Go fight somebody else. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Yeah, so it's about 4 hours total of Top Gun action. Okay, Dylan, watch along for Top Gun, please. Yeah, you know what, Mike? I will probably get hammered and do a watch along with it because that sounds like the way I would go about doing it. Stay tuned. I don't know when I'm going to schedule that. It probably won't be this weekend.
I don't know. You guys need to hire a moderator. Your negotiating is not working. I don't know, Kelsey, because we both got deals done. Like we both agreed to terms.
We figured out I'll own that for it, which is going to leave me in a precarious position whenever it randomly calls that favor in.
I'm not going to make you watch like a 6-season show or anything.
No. Yeah, I was about to say. I would just be like, no, the favor's not worth that much.
Yeah.
Please let me know. I want in. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Well, you know what? We're that's like one request short of I feel like if I tell you and you get in, then Nat probably want to get in. Danny may even want to come in. At what point does just the rest of the generals chat that me and Nat will never be a part of just suddenly be like, you know what? Well, now we all want in on this because it sounds like a generals thing to do. Somebody hasn't watched the Top Guns and they're watching it for the first time all the way through and drinking. Yeah. No, I'll let you know, buddy. No worries.
Is it only 4 hours to watch both movies?
It's about 4 hours. Yeah, I looked at the runtime of both, and it's 1:46 for the first one, and then 2:10 for the second. So it's actually just a bunch under. Yeah.
All right, back to these fucking trailers.
Yeah, right. Sorry, trailers. Yeah. Secret Invasion, pretty sick, honestly. I just love the tone, right? The tone is all I needed to take from it. I didn't need to see what was potentially super cool. I didn't need to see the cool scene where what's his face is in the cafeteria and all the guys transform to look like that one guy. You know the shot.
I know the shot.
Yeah, this. I didn't need to see what's her face from How I Met Your Mother, whose name I cannot remember right now.
Kobe Smulders, Maria Hill.
Yeah, I didn't need to see Kobe. I didn't need to see it just needed to show a serious political thriller type tone. And I was totally on board. That's it. That's all I want.
Yeah, I am too. And I think objectively speaking, I think AMC is at its best when it's that political thriller vibe. This is it feels a lot like Winter Soldier, which is a very good thing. Mm-hmm. I think, I do think that they can kind of mess it up when they're at that ground level human kind of thing. Yeah. They didn't really hit the mark with Black Widow for me. But I feel like they're going back to their roots. We don't have any jokes in this trailer, which I think is very good because the funny stuff has not been landing for me recently for the MCU. So I'm very excited for a tonal change from what we've gotten so far. So I'm very excited.
Yep. Mike says, I'm actually going to run for the night, but here's a great place to say that there's a fun crossover event next week. That's right, Mike. For those who don't know, you can catch me and Nat not on this channel, but actually over with Mike and What's the Show later on next week. Yeah.
It's Twitch Tuesday on a Wednesday, but it's actually on What the Show.
Right, but it's actually on What the Show, which will definitely be our intro with that one. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good time. We're going to get hammered to watch Top Gun. No,
hell yeah, can't wait.
That would be too much content in one place. Goodness. But so let's talk about the greater picture of Marvel really quick, right?
Yeah.
Is Marvel dying? That's a good headline clip. That's a good bait.
Is Marvel dying? To put that change the title to that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's dying, but like I feel like it's declining recently. Where I mean, especially with recent news about Jonathan Majors, like this, like it's Kevin Feige cannot catch a break, you know?
Feige can't catch a break on that, but they did put out an article recently that's saying that they're scaling back on the movie releases throughout the year,
Yeah.
which frankly is the right call.
I think they said like 2 movies and 2 shows a year or something like that, which is
Yeah.
very, very. That's a good pace to have.
Yeah.
Chelsea says I'm still enjoying the MCU. I am too,
I
but
am
I
too.
feel like they've definitely peaked with Phase 3. Like I feel like that was like their peak.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just excited to see it all come together again. Like because I feel like it did feel like this in Phase 1 before we got all the cures together. I feel like they're constantly setting that up. But we still haven't had the payoff. But I don't know. I just feel like it's been disappointment after disappointment. I wasn't thrilled about Love and Thunder. And Quantumania didn't hit as hard as I wanted it to. There was a lot I still liked. Like I still have it above like most DC movies. Like Shazam 2 was
That's unfair.
garbage.
That's unfair to Marvel. Most of their movies are above the DC's like best films.
Yeah, like even at their worst, it's still above average for me. Like
Yeah.
my least favorite Thor: Dark World, I would put over like 75% of DC movies.
Yeah, I would put it over pretty much everything but Shazam, Wonder Woman, and Man of Steel.
Yeah, I would. Well, the Suicide Squad.
I actually might put it over Shazam now. Actually, Shazam just feels like it kind of got like.
I really liked the first Shazam, but like the second one really just like kind of hurt it in retrospect.
Yeah, they really brought Lucy Liu into that shit. Come on, quit ruining her.
Harold says the MCU is in for a major change.
Fuck you, Harold. Fuck you.
I'm tempted to time him out, but I'm not.
I know that one's bad. That one is wrong.
Danny says I like Shang-Chi and Spider-Man. That's true. Shang-Chi and Spider-Man are both like in my top 5 of all.
Still some of the best Marvel stuff they put out, but largely Phase 4 has been under Marvel average. I would say is probably like the way I would describe it, right? Like under Marvel average or just meeting average, right? Which is to say that it's like, all right, if we look in the middle of the lane movies, you're like Iron Man 1 good, and like, is that good enough nowadays, right? Like
Iron Man 1 is, I think it's still like people hold it in pretty high regard. I think Kelsey has Iron Man 1 is like in their top 3 or whatever.
Yeah, and Danny kind of makes the point, right? All the rest were mid, right? A lot of it's just mid, like. So it's hard, right? Because it's like they started off strong with like WandaVision, Loki, and then from there, kind of just felt like it's just been doing just fine. She-Hulk was very good. I will agree with you there. She-Hulk was fun. She-Hulk was needed. They needed something refreshing that was like, let's just not take it so fucking seriously. Which is ironic because it's like when Marvel takes it seriously, they get too formulaic, which is why we often are kind of getting, I think, burnt out. Dare I say the words with some of like Marvel's routine content is that it's getting a little too formulaic even for them, you know. Iron Man is my number 1.
I don't agree with it, but there are definitely a lot of people out there who have Iron Man pretty high up. Dylan's walked up the set. He just left the room.
Iron Man is at my number 5. It's not.
Yeah, you kind of struck a nerve there, Dylan. Like people love Iron Man.
You're wild. That is not that good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not that good. Like,
yeah, I agree. I lean.
There are many better movies than Iron Man, guys. Come on. Plus, they were doing the weird eyeliner makeup thing at the time on Phase 1, where it's like everybody had like very. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not going to say like effeminate eyes, but goodness.
It was 2008. It was a different time.
I know, but like, you know, every time it shows like an old clip of like Thor in like the first movie, and then it shows him later, and you're just like, man, the costume design people, like the makeup and costume design were really ruining these actors at that time.
We've come a long way since then.
Boy, have we. Come here, you. Yeah. Goodness, she is so funny. This cat. It's extremely rewatchable. I put it on all the time. Kelsey, Girl, I love you, but you've got a list of some questionable, extremely rewatchable things. So
Yeah, how many times have you seen the first Suicide Squad?
yeah, Suicide Squad with no the. How many, bro? Enough times where she's answering those questions better than fucking
Janine the Machine.
Parker and Kalinowski during the last in-person spectacular.
It makes their eyes pop.
I wish guys will wear eyeliner more. Well, if you want more of that, make sure to tune into emo. Just in general.
I did not know where you were going with that joke.
Kelsey says that is irrelevant. I think it's incredibly relevant, Kelsey. But I will say,
yeah. What were we talking about again?
Oh, sorry. I was talking about how much Kelsey fucking knows Suicide Squad the movie, like detailed to the point where I just remember, Kelsey, this is one of my favorite moments of yours, is sitting there and whatever spectacular it was, that was the last real one. Then there was that fake one they put out. But I
still haven't seen that.
I haven't either. There was the real one where we were all there, and it's like the 5-point question on Parker against Kalinowski. And like it was Suicide Squad question, and you look to me right away and you tell me the answer, of which I do not remember. I think it was like the jail cell. Kelsey, I'm sure you remember. It was like either jail cell number or something like that. It was something to do with related.
The jail cell number?
Dude, it was something like that. Kelsey, I know you remember. Let me know in the comment or in the chat. Do you see this cat? This is my life now. Oh my god. Anyways, we're talking about trailers. We need to watch the Blue Beetle trailer. Let's put up that Blue Beetle trailer. I need to see this.
Let me pull it up. It might take me a minute.
Oh, big girl. Yeah, big girl. Can you guys hear her? Can you hear her like humming? Don't remember, but I'll have to go back and see. Go pull up that spectacular and tell me you don't remember that. Girl, yes, you do. Don't lie to me. You definitely remember that moment. But go look up the match and tell me what the question and answer was, because you knew immediately, and I think they both missed, which does not surprise me in the least bit.
Okay, you're gonna have to tell me if I have sound on this or not.
Okay, go ahead and pull it up.
Okay.
They don't get out much.
Yeah, it is, but it's super laggy. Let me go ahead and pull it up on mine.
His name,
Yeah,
Mr. Reyes.
Hold up. All right. Mr. God, I don't know. Whatever that audio was sounded bad. All right, Blue Beetle trailer. Okay. Let's haha, you can't DMC me over your trailers. Go ahead and get rid of the Secret Invasion banner, by the way. They always miss Suicide Squad questions. It's disappointment.
Mr. Reyes. You finished scraping the gum off that lounger or what?
Everything right now feels so out of reach.
You always land on your feet, bro. You're Jaime.
They don't get out much. I just want to rock. Jenny?
Guard that with your wife, but do not open it. You went in to get us jobs, and all you brought back was a hamburger?
Okay, I don't think it's a burger.
You haven't looked?
What the hell is that?
How did you get it to do that?
I think he likes me.
Herman.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. What the?
Host acquired.
Who said that? Okay, it's gonna be okay! Oh, space.
Re-entry systems ready.
Wait, no! This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. What is going on? I just want to rock.
It's called the Scarab. It's some kind of world-destroying weapon. It's designed to protect its host.
This ain't what you want.
Sometimes it does what you want, and sometimes it doesn't.
I think I cut a bus in half.
The scarab chose you, but it belongs to me.
That love you feel for your family.
Really quick, I just want to say Susan Sarandon is an absolute baddie still.
100%. 100%.
Her daughter also
Absolutely.
smoking hot.
Yes, she is. She was getting Californication.
Yeah, she was. But Susan, she can still get it. Anyways.
Makes you weak.
I just wanna rock. You gon' kill my dog, stand on my money, don't lose my side.
The universe has sent you a gift, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do with it.
That's my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up the 5.
Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Let's party.
Nice choice.
I just wanna rock.
Whoa. It's like Batman stuff. Batman's a fascist.
I just wanna rock.
I thought it was fun. It looks like a fun trailer. Definitely the weakest of all 4 trailers, but
there's definitely some parts that are like hitting. Like the facehugger joke on that is pretty good. Like
it's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Otherwise, kind of just looks like they were like, what if we did Iron Man, but Iron Man was a fucking idiot, and also.
I'm just saying this trailer would mean so much more to you if you watched Cobra Kai. Because this, if you don't know, he's Miguel from Cobra Kai. He's one of the main characters.
Yeah.
So very happy he's getting in spotlight. He looks really good in this. Yeah. This is weird where it's in that weird spot of, is this part of James Gunn's DCU or not? You know?
Yeah.
Because it's coming after the Flash. And James Gunn kind of said like Flash is like the endpoint for the DCEU.
Right, so
this
like,
falls
right,
into like
Blue
this
Beetle, your intro movie, like
yeah. So this is like in that weird limbo area where like, is this? I think what they're doing is they're waiting to see how it does, and if it does really well, then it's part of the DCU. If not, then they're just like
this is the Incredible Hulk of the DC universe now.
Right.
Yeah.
I really do hope it's good, because I think it's a good cast. I don't know. It's just I really do hope it's good.
It feels like it's cashing in a little too much on God, I'm so bad with names. What's his face from Ant-Man 1 and 2? His van driver, the Hispanic and or Latino.
Michael Pena.
Yes, thank you. It feels like it's cashing in too much on like the Michael Pena dynamic that was kind of set up in Ant-Man. It has a lot of that vibe, except they just went ahead and expanded it to the family context. And it's like, and it does. Now that I think about it, it's much more Ant-Man than bad Iron Man, which is objectively the pitch for Ant-Man. Like, it has comedic beats, it has the superhero powers, but it's like clearly he's kind of bad at it. And you've got like a fun ensemble cast to embellish the action comedy of it all.
Yeah, no, I agree. It does have that like Ant-Man vibes. They're also both Buck-related heroes, so there's something there.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like what I can say is that it looks a lot better than Shazam 2, the trailer.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's a low bar, but I'll give you that.
It's just a low bar.
So I'll say this as somebody who, again, is not watching Cobra Kai. Now, I would go out of my way to say that this is something that I think you want to like.
I so desperately want to like this. Like I love Xolo Macedonia. I think he's very he's a very present screen. And I really like the Jaime Reyes character from the comics. I feel like this is also a good representation, which is also a very good thing. So I mean I hope it's good. Like I could see a world where he is like part of James Gunn's whole universe that he's creating. So I think this is I really do hope it's good.
Mm-hmm. I don't hope that it's bad, but if you also told me that like your pitch or my like pitch description of this, it's like if DC did Ant-Man and I'm like, oh shit, like I like Ant-Man, but I think I only like it because I like Paul Rudd so much. So it's kind of like the same argument for Blue Beetle for you, you know?
Yeah, basically, that's pretty much the same thing. But also, there might be something to it where Warner Brothers didn't scrap this movie like they did Bad Girl.
That's
so
true.
it might be good. Who knows?
I love that every other day we still get an article saying like Batgirl was definitely complete. I saw a whole completed film was like a statement taken from it. And WB is like, no, you didn't. We filmed like 20% of the film. We never would. We never had the whole film. And then it's like the whole film was ready to be released tomorrow. It's like the very next statement every other day. It's just back and forths.
Yeah, now Brendan Fraser's an Academy Award winner too. Like you should have cashed it out on that.
Right.
Listen,
if they're gonna have between the two, I'm surprised Blue Beetle's the one they go with over Batgirl, but women can't lead movies. That's what DC's telling us. In other news, Danny says, I do not understand Blue Beetle's powers. Does he morph into something?
Danny, they literally explain it in the movie.
Bro, it's nanomachines, bro. It's always just nanomachines.
The Scarab can transform into anything he wants, and what he wanted was like a Cloud Strike sword.
Sweet-looking Buster sword. It's a Final Fantasy VII.
You gotta go fucking play Injustice 2 or something, Danny, because this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
You don't know who.
Go play Injustice 2, go play as Kara, and then you get to hear all the sexual innuendos made at her expense.
There are quite a few of them.
There's actually a highlight reel going around I saw recently that was just like all the characters making lewd remarks at her or like her making lewd remarks back. It's just the whole.
I don't really remember that from the game, but now that you're bringing it up, it's like a flood of memories.
Yeah. Anyway, you're just gonna hide in the shadows there? You're just gonna. There it is. Why is your head tilted that way? I don't like that. I don't like it tilted that way either.
Don't do that.
If you could just stop, maybe at just like a nice 20-degree angle from the top. At a good 1 or 2 o'clock, you're good. No, right at 3, you're too much. 1 o'clock is optimal. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, bro. That's how you get early arthritis in your neck. You don't want to do that. Trust me. Anyways, I know there was something else I was going to talk about, but I can't. So Green Lanterns.
Yeah, basically.
You know what? Fine. Green Lanterns, but technology, sure.
But blue and not with a ring.
Yeah, blue bug. Green Lantern, blue Beetle. It's the same exact powers.
This is also something you can easily just look up, Danny.
Oh my god, Danny.
It's 2023. You don't have to remain ignorant.
You don't. In fact, we encourage you not to.
Jake, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, Jake, how you doing? I feel that.
Oh, by the way, I saw John Wick 4.
Yeah.
And you were right. It's amazing. It's
Dude,
incredible.
It's so good. Jake, have you seen John Wick 4? All right. Nat, so tell me about how good John Wick 4 is.
So I don't want you to take what I'm saying lightly because like we're movie people. We see a lot of movies.
Yeah. No, I know in this chat, these statements are big. Like if I talk to some casual, I wouldn't care.
Especially since our podcast name is Call to Action. This might be the best action movie I've ever seen. It's that good. Ever.
Get fucked, Maverick. It's been John Wick 4 all along. It was always Keanu Reeves.
Jake says on Twitch, I'm just here to add to the conversation. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate that.
You know what, Jake? I appreciate that somebody commented in our Twitch channel, so we have that going for us.
Oh, Danny brings up the next one.
I commented on StreamYard. I don't know where the fuck it goes.
It goes everywhere. I want to know if Nat and Dylan are excited for Scott Pilgrim the anime with the OG cast. I'm actually thrilled about that.
That's something that we forgot to bring up. Yeah,
I knew I was forgetting.
Scott Pilgrim is so fucking stupid.
No, no, it is
I hate
not.
that movie. That's the Subway of comic book movies.
Oh, so it's the best. That's what you mean.
You know what? Best and incredibly underrated, I think, is the exact way I would describe Scott Pilgrim.
It is so underrated. Like at this point, it's very underrated.
Yeah. At this point, we have pushed it all the way deep into underrated. No, it is exceptional.
I mean, you can just get Michael Cera's dick out of your mouth. You'll be fine.
It's not Michael Cera that I want in that movie. I promise you that. We have a movie with Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Shit.
Fair.
Scott Pilgrim is in my top 5 movies of all time. I knew that about Kelsey. It's right under the Suicide Squad and right above Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I retract my invitation for Kelsey to come to LA. No.
Kelsey can no longer come visit to LA. Nat lives 3 hours away, still won't go.
Nope. Too far drive.
And I also didn't offer him an invite, but
yeah, knowing that he's literally the closest one there and he could do it like just a hop skip away as much as Kelsey could, if not easier.
Hey, real talk, Nat, if you want to come down, I'm going to be there from the 27th to the 2nd, and I got an Airbnb. So,
okay.
Is that late April or is that May?
April 27th, May 2nd.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going to be on the literal other side of the country. Almost.
Nobody was fucking talking about you.
I know. I'm just letting you know where I'm going to be because I know we like to play Where's Waldo at times with this cast. Is Jake in Alabama? Is Jake in LA? Who knows?
Jake is everywhere.
Nat, I will be in LA from April 27th to May 2nd, and I got an Airbnb. It's right next to the Burbank Airport. If you want to come out, you're more than welcome to crash on the couch.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, Jake. I love being invited to stuff. So
it's true.
Suck it, Dylan.
It's actually our fetish. It's the only thing we can stop anymore.
And we're very deprived of invites.
That's not true. We're after the What the Show invite, we've never been like more blessed with invites.
Yeah. Right.
I y'all had your own rooms in LA. We invited you out.
We're not talking about we're talking post Schmodown, Jake.
Uh-huh.
And we should be. Our whole chat was invited, so that would be very strange to leave me and that out on that. Actually, if I recall correctly, we initially were left out on that because we weren't in the general chat. And
You're rehashing old wounds right now.
Look, man, that wasn't me.
Yeah, and now all of us are just kind of like, you know what? Those were different times. Meg's
technically though,
at that time.
you were the only two that didn't have your own private bathrooms. You had to share.
That's true. I had to share one with Dylan.
Yeah, and me and that took huge shits every day out of spite too.
Huge.
I also took huge shits in your bathroom.
It's true. You did.
Was that you? I could tell someone did.
Yeah. If it smelled like cigarettes and Bud Light, you knew it was Jake. I don't know how that's mistaken.
If my shit smelled like cigarettes and Bud Light,
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
You can smell it in the air. Like you can go to wipe and
this is chowing down on cigarettes. Is that your implication?
Not even
I'm just shitting totobacco and hops, man.
Yeah. Shitting tobacco and hops sounds like a country album that you definitely wrote, Jake.
I probably featured on.
Yeah, that's true. Or if nothing else,
let's not go that far.
If nothing else, you remixed it from your musician days there.
That's fair.
Hey,
shout out to my boy Jelly Roll for winning fucking 3 CMT awards.
Hey, we take
That's
those
my
3
dude, man.
Awards. Good for him. Plus, with a name like Jelly Roll, how can you not love that? Come on.
Well, I mean, he started as a trap rapper. Everything was about drugs and like trap shit.
Yeah.
And he had his first paid show at the club that I worked at with my friends that we ran.
Mm-hmm.
And that was back in 2007. Like he had braids down to his ass. He had a grill and everything. And now he's on fucking country radio and just won 3 CMT awards. Like I'm so proud of that motherfucker, man.
I'm proud for him, but I'm also wondering what does that say about how easy it is to get like a CMT award?
Well,
he
switched it up. Like
clearly, right? Yeah, obviously he didn't win doing trap music to get it, right? Like,
yeah. But like he used to always sing his hooks and shit, and then people were like, "Okay, maybe you should start actually singing," and he did, and that's
just
when he started
organically
blowing up.
transitioned into country at that point.
Yeah.
See, my favorite thing to tell the people in the South, and Jake, you'll appreciate how much this boils some people's blood at times. Is just like if I ever get, for whatever reason, the conversation of like favorite country singer comes up, my first response is always Taylor Swift, no question.
Really?
And then hearing people just be like, Like just their the fart in their face whenever I say that, and it's just like
you see the fart in my face.
I know,
right
I
now?
know. That's what I'm going for here.
You gotta relax. We got Taylor Swift's #1 fan in chat here.
You will never have to worry about being invited to Sailor Moon, New Jersey wedding.
I wouldn't want to go.
Well,
I'd go to that.
God damn, Danny, we don't even get the option.
Also, Danny, wow, bro.
Wait, you proposing to April? What?
Yeah.
What's happening?
You announced that over Twitch Tuesday of all places too. April, if you're watching,
Which is surprisingly on a Tuesday.
It's always on
We've
Tuesday.
been on Tuesday for the entire year. It's been a thing.
We've converted back to Tuesday since we have.
Though?
Yeah, since at least January.
Welcome to Twitch Tuesday on Wednesday is.
Well, that's when we called it T-Dubs because it was Twitch Wednesday.
I'm kind of disappointed we don't get to call it T-Dubs anymore.
It does make me sad. I do kind of still want to call it T-Dubs. I won't lie. That grew on me over the Wednesday period.
Also, like I didn't bring this up, but I love that last week we had Danny on the screen do the intro and he just fucking dropped the ball, and then he had Jake do the outro.
We gave him it. Yeah, we gave him one chance, and it was the easiest softball in the world. And he fucking threw the bat into the audience.
I didn't see that. I watched the replay, and it was like so funny. You just brought him up.
It was good. Objectively, that's like the Danny intro, though, right? It's like he wouldn't read through it. He would just pop on and be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be on here," and then just
honestly, I've done that before, and he had the same reaction.
Yeah,
one time you were late, I just brought Danny on screen.
No, I always commit. Once I know it's live, the Riz is on, bro. You've got to
go live on time always.
Live on time always. This is the only show that's been on this channel that has been consistently on time.
Fair.
I'm
sure Megs has missed an episode or two.
Yeah, Megs has probably messed up at once or twice, but she's that would be the close second.
Yeah. When I was doing that Schmobates tournament, I really, really tried to start on time, but we would all be backstage and just bullshitting.
Yeah.
And like it would get to like 5 or 10 after the start time, and I'd have to be like, "Can y'all shut the fuck up?
Can we do the show the thing that we're supposed to be doing?" Right. Yeah.
But it's kind of hard when you're like talking to like Mara or someone like you don't want to be like, "Hey, shut the fuck up. We got to start the show."
Well, if you did it to Dan, he would remember you forever for it.
Oh, Dan remembers me forever. We've had some experiences together.
I love that he like not just like your own personal experiences with it, but like how you'll bring up and say that like, and he definitely still remembers Dylan and Nat for the one AAA episode. And I'm just like,
that was the triple.
That's probably
episode. Fucker snapped on you, man.
Yeah. You know what?
If it wasn't Facebook, he couldn't have done that on Twitter because that was way more than 180 characters.
Bro, he wrote a book about us on that one. Yeah. Feelings. And you know what? I feel less sorry about it every single day. I won't lie.
Oh shit.
I was distracted. I'm making Dylan and Nat a Barbie generator. What? I'm intrigued. Go on.
You haven't seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's been a thing.
It's a thing. Like you can.
Is it like
upload a picture
and
it
is
gives
it like
you
an
a
emoji
poster.
maker kind of like thing? Like
the character portraits of the characters, but like people put their own faces on it.
Yeah. Okay. No, yeah, I've seen that before then. But hold on, really quick. I want to go back to John Wick for a second because John Wick is so good, and I want to talk about it.
Oh, it's so fucking good. Like, there's not even really a plot to it, but it's so good.
No, there's a plot.
There's like the thinnest of plots. There's like point A to point B.
Before you get into it, can I say something about it?
Yeah. Go nuts.
Floor is yours.
I haven't seen it.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
But apparently, I was in Bateman's hangout earlier, and then Riley's hangout, and people were talking about the movie, and they said apparently that they were shooting John Wick 4 and John Wick 5 at the same time, but then COVID fucked it up. So someone said that I think it was Kelly that said that the first act seemed like John Wick 4, the second act seemed like John Wick 5. Like it didn't really run together as one coherent movie. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I think I could see that. Like they could have definitely split this movie into two movies.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, there's a lot on the cutting board floor. Like there's like 40 minutes of shot footage that they cut.
I'm sure. Yeah. The amount of men massacred on the cutting room floor, I'm sure, are probably in the hundreds still. But
yeah, I'm sure there's like a bunch of more scenes with Donnie Yen's character in it.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm sure there has to be so much more, and that's probably why they're just saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna do a spin-off movie with Donnie Yen's character, or at least we want to, because they probably already have half that footage already.
Right.
But no, to that point though, Jake. Right? I think that this could have been two movies, but honestly, I'm so glad it's just one. Because for runtime, it makes sense that you look at this movie and you're like, holy shit, this is a 2 hour something movie.
Isn't it? Is it 2? I thought it was like 3 hours.
It's just short of 3. It's like 2:45 or 2:43 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, but it didn't feel like it. It just like flew by.
No, but brother, I am telling you, I don't know of a movie that comes to mind right away that I'm like, not a minute wasted. I like watching that movie from start to finish for that long and being like, yeah, bro, I would cut blank. I'm like, no, I got nothing. I keep it all. I keep every single scene, everything they put in there. And if they split it into two, I think it would have the pacing problems that I saw with John Wick 2 and 3, which is that like they're good and I still really enjoy them. But it's like, it feels like they dropped down a tier from John Wick 1, right? You got like John Wick 1, John Wick 2 and 3 are in like loosely the same tier. Nat may disagree with it, but I think that's kind of like, I'm not saying that they're bad movies. I still think they're exceptional. I just think that John Wick 1 is a lot more fit, right? John Wick 2 and 3 definitely has some pacing issues a little bit, especially 3. And then John Wick 4 comes in, does an almost 3-hour movie. Never felt like I was wasting my time once. And I was like, shit, maybe they just need to film 2 movies back to back at the same time, make them one long movie, and then edit from that perspective. Because frankly, that was doing it.
I'm a John Wick 3 apologist. Like I unabashedly love John Wick 3. It was my favorite of the entire series. I had it like I think in my top 10, top 5 of my whatever year it came out. It's so good. I love it so much. But like then they dropped John Wick 4, and it's just such a good movie. It just easily takes the number 1 spot for me. It's so good. So I would go 4, 3, 1, then 2.
4, 1. 2 or 3 are pretty they slowly become more interchangeable with me from the time it goes on. But 3, I remember thinking their fight scenes at the end dragged.
See, we've already talked about this, but I know love the fight scenes at the end of 3. Like I love Zero so much. He's probably my favorite antagonist of the entire series.
4, 1, 3, 2 probably could be right. I'll say the beginning of 3 is stronger than what's in most of 2, though.
Beginning of 3 was sick.
I would say most of what I've been seeing is 1, 4, 2, 3.
1, 4, 2, 3. Honestly, and that probably sounds like the standard go-to with it right now. Like, I think 1, 4, 2, 3 is objectively right because John Wick 1 is such like its own thing, right? Like it's so. But again, we come back to the arguments of like, you know, what do you want more out of the story? Do you feel like that the conclusion being better or the start being better? It's like what's more important? What do you enjoy more for it? So it's like. It's hard. I think they're both exceptional movies. I think they're both like outclassing every other action film by like a country mile. But
yeah, I think John Wick 1 like definitely stands on its own, but I don't want to like give it too much credit just because it was the first one. Like it did like revolutionize like I wouldn't say revolutionize, but it was its own thing. But I feel like
that's exactly why you should give it credit. You fucking idiot. I rescind my invite to LA.
There it is.
I'm coming anyway. Fuck you.
This chick is getting pulled and unpulled every other 5 seconds from Jake on.
I will say that 4 had, I think, 3 of the best action scenes out of all 4 movies. And that's like easily puts it over the top for me.
So what I'll say about 1 over like the argument of 1 over 4 is that 1 is the best John Wick, like not franchise but character movie, right? Like it's John at like I think his most fleshed out, done well. 2, 3, and 4 are all very good with John still, but
he's not really a character in the sequels. He's just like a killing machine.
Right? Yeah, like. They never really they don't really flesh out his humanity really much further. He's just he's an action device for 2, 3, and 4, which is fine. It works,
Yeah.
But John Wick 1 for giving it that characterization of it, I felt like was nice, and I think does add the extra leverage of making you really get into it. That being said, in 4 is so fucking good about introducing characters and making you be like, okay, this character I don't really care about. And then they're like, holy shit, they made this character look fucking awesome. I am so intrigued. I'm like, I want to watch 6 new spinoffs based on characters they introduced in this movie.
Oh yeah. Give me a Donnie Yen show or movie. Give me a Tracker one, Mr. Nobody.
Yeah,
give me
Tracker. Give me the Akira one. Give me like all these characters. Yeah. Hell, give me the prequel one with the freaking Continental host on these ones, and just give me like old school.
I think
like
we're getting that, aren't we?
Then we're getting the Continental. That's been an on again, off again discussion.
Yeah, I don't think Lance Reddick is going to be available. Just saying.
No spoilers either. So,
well, it's not a spoiler. He fucking died.
I know. I didn't want to spoil anything about his character's fate.
But I think it's
I was talking about real life. I haven't seen the movie.
No, I know you were talking about real life.
I was trying not to say anything, but I think it's funny because like I think objectively, John Wick 4 is the best action movie out of all 4.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like Keanu Reeves is at his worst in John Wick 4. Like he's so bad. Like I've never seen such a
bad's not the right word for it.
He's bad, Dylan. He's bad. I love Keanu, but he's bad in this movie.
I hard disagree.
But that's part of the charm. Like that's part of the whole charm of John Wick. But I've never seen a bigger disparity between movie quality and acting ability of the lead actor. Like it's just a big difference.
No, I don't think that Keanu Reeves is acting any less from 2 to 3 to 4. So I think
I thought he was better in John Wick 1.
I think in 1, yeah, because like I said, they let him have a story. In 2, 3, and 4, it's we need you to be the biggest badass that walks into a room for about 90 to 180 minutes, depending on the movie, and it just kind of keeps on working. But Mr. Nobody character in Donnie Yen was Stick from Daredevil. Yeah, Donnie Yen was just Stick from Daredevil, exactly, and that's awesome character.
He's just repeating what you said last week. This is the word for word what you said.
I know. Thanks, Danny, for continuing taking my opinion and making it sound worse. But this is an award for winning Natty Daddy.
I like that. All right,
that one's pretty good.
You know what? I'm gonna untime you out.
We're gonna time him out, but that's a good picture of mine to get. I appreciate that. God, I was thinner back then. I could probably fit into that suit still. Anyway, we got fat over the award seasons. We kept winning awards, so we stopped showing up.
You a thick boy now?
I'm just a little bulkier. You look at these shoulders.
Thick boy with 3 C's.
Yeah, thick. You got to choke on it a little bit. That kind of thing.
Nah. I'm gonna choke on anything.
Danny says, my friend and I laughed. He said like 5 lines. He says, "Yeah," a lot. Like, yeah. That's basically all he did in the entire movie. He was not good.
You know what? I would argue that you're a good actor if you can have those few lines say that with such a delivery that you still feel every single time. Every single time John drops a line, I'm just like, God,
I'm gonna need a gun.
Yeah.
That's the best acting you're gonna get from John.
Bro, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Still fucking chills. Get out of my face.
Well, yeah, that was in 1. That was the best acting.
All right, in 4.
Yeah, that was in the first movie.
Come on, I'll give you 1 in 4. I'll give you 1 in 4.
Okay, so what's the runtime on this?
On what? The show or the movie?
The fuck, we're talking about the movie.
The movie is about 240. Yeah.
I don't give a shit about the runtime of the show.
We usually wrap here in about 10 minutes or so, which is why I was mentioning.
Usually. So what? I have a question. I know you're deep into this John Wick conversation.
Yeah. Bring us out.
But what do you feel about the new Scorsese movie being 4 hours, allegedly?
I think it's 4 hours too long.
I thought The Irishman was way too long, so 4 hours.
The Irishman I broke up into 45-minute segments. And
That's
I
probably
watched
smart.
it over 3 days. Because it was fucking slow.
Yeah.
But
It was slow and it was so long. So 4
I'm
hours is way too
and
much.
it had horrible CGI and deep fakes and all that. But did I just squeak when I breathed in?
A little bit. I heard it. Yeah, it did kind of sound like Squeak from Toy Story, the dog, you know.
But no, I think this one might, like, there are some long ass movies that don't feel long, like Wolf
Yeah.
of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like it's that long when you watch it. Do you think this new Scorsese movie is gonna feel long?
I'm gonna say up front that I'm so on Scorsese. I won't lie. I think his modern stuff kind of bad and 50-50 with me. I think that he's just kind of been directing for too long and nobody's sitting here and telling him no. And he said 4-hour movie and they said, whatever you want, Martin. And somebody needs to start telling that guy no, because if The Irishman was any hint on not learning to curve your pacing, or if you want to tell this whole complete story, finding a way to keep it engaging throughout, 4 hours does not inspire me with him. Just in general would be my just take on it.
Yeah, I definitely agree that Wolf of Wall Street was not. I don't remember how long it was, but it didn't feel like a long movie. But I feel like 4 hours is too much for any movie.
Mm-hmm.
So no, yeah, just like William Harrell says, at 4 hours to split it in two, which I agree with.
Yeah.
I mean, or at least have a fucking intermission.
Right. At what point do we just bring back intermissions? Because that's like
I'm not going to be able to hold my pee for 4 hours. I'm just saying.
Bro, in John Wick 4, a movie that I've never tried to pee less in, I peed no less than 3 times in. That's 240. You know how many fucking times I'm going to piss during fucking 4 hours?
Do you have the Run Pee app?
You know, I need to download that. I've been hearing about that one forever, and I've never downloaded it. I need to, though. But yeah, to your point where it says like it'll cue you a scene or a thing where it's like, hey, you can go piss real quick. Yeah.
It's like, this is some slow shit. You can walk away.
I still got a little bit left in my 20s, so I'm not there yet. But like, I've definitely like have a routine where I pee twice before the movie. I'm just saying, I'm not an old man. I'm 29.
29. He's right on the cusp.
Jesus.
Right on the cusp. So I have a routine where I don't drink any coffee. I don't drink too much water, and I pee twice before the start of the movie. So I'm good for now, but like 4 hours is just like way over my limit.
So according to my urologist, my prostate is about as
you
big
have
as
a urologist?
Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah, I have a long history of prostate issues. Prostate, I shouldn't say issues. Prostate concerns is the right wordage for it. But my urologist promptly told me after a very uncomfortable exam that my prostate is about twice the size of this of where it should be for my age. So that's concerning.
Yeah, I get it. I don't have a prostate guy, but apparently my kidney and liver are way beyond my years.
I would have won that bet.
I don't know why. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
it is what it is.
You know what? Well, this is probably a valid banner to kind of just keep around. You know what, Nat? Give it a couple of years. This will be you. So, I don't know. Mine's pretty accelerated. Mine's at twice the size it should be. And they said about the size of a walnut after he pulled his finger out of my butt. But now, update. I've got a woman urologist doctor. And the very first thing I asked her was, what's the size of your hand? And then I put my hand up like this. And she has a great sense of humor. And she said, yeah, I get that a lot, actually. And she put it up, very small, dainty fingers. She's kind of cute too. Looking forward to it. Anyways, Hannah knows.
What does Hannah think about that?
Yeah, she thinks that she's cute too. I don't know. Like,
hey, more power to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Party in the USA,
right? Hands on, that song. I don't think that's what Miley Cyrus was talking about when she was writing that song. Like, prostate exams and your doctor having smaller hands and being of the opposite sex.
If you go to genius.com and look at the lyrics, that's what it's about. It's the prostate exam checks.
Can I? You know what? This
Oh
is
God,
become a thing that we would flip.
I miss y'all motherfuckers.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
You know what? Nat may actually get to see you in late May or late April.
I'm not
No,
committing
I rescinded that invitation.
That's
Fuck you,
right.
I'm showing up.
Save that banner if PLD ever comes on again. Throw it on screen without any explanation.
Don't ever let PLD back on here.
Nah. I'm. You know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of the trend of everybody hopping on the bandwagon. I think Paul's the biggest piece of shit, and we need to stop letting him run. I'm tired of
I did
him
not
being
know that's where you were going with it.
This is the best tier list ever. Paul is fucking F tier.
Yeah, Paul, there's a reason why PLD tier is always the absolute bottom. And it's not any sort of homosexual reference. I'll tell you that right.
No, he's definitely a bottom.
Yeah.
And I can confirm that we have shared hotel rooms in the past.
All right, so Jake, true or false, right? Paul has to be a dude who snores like a fucking like I don't know.
No, he does.
He doesn't. Oh my
No.
God. That's
Billy Belford does.
Belford. I believe that.
100%.
I shared a hotel with him in Orlando, and I could not sleep.
Yeah.
This motherfucker said, good night, see you tomorrow, laid his head down, and 6 seconds later, he was sawing logs.
Dude, why is it always like that? Why is it always the dudes who are for sure snoring your fucking ear off will fall asleep in a heartbeat?
Yeah. I mean, I love him to death.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah. Belford's the greatest.
But Jesus Christ. And, y'all weren't in Atlanta.
No, we weren't. We didn't get invited to that one either. Go on.
Okay, well, when we were in Atlanta,
it's literally like a 6-hour drive, Jake. It wouldn't have been that bad. I'm just saying. Anyway, go on.
Shut the fuck up, Dylan. So we had like a 4-story house. Like it was.
Oh
insane.
Yeah, that's right. Because you guys had like everybody podcasting there on, right? That was that house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
And there in the basement, there was a couch with a TV, and Billy was originally in one of the rooms. I think he was with Will McLean. And he was snoring so much, we said, nah, motherfucker, you have to go downstairs.
Yeah.
So he spent the next week sleeping downstairs by himself because nobody could deal with this storm.
Like, makes me kind of sad, but I think you just kind of got to own your shit sometimes, right? If you're going to be like that heavy of a snorer, bro, we're putting you in the cave, you know?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. When we shared that hotel room in Orlando, it was fucking like, dude, go away.
Yeah. But Paul, no snoring at all. That's amazing.
No, Paul doesn't snore. I'll say that Paul does not snore.
You know what?
For all his faults, he doesn't snore.
I take back my passive aggressive comment at Paul. PLD, the man who doesn't snore. What a fucking hero. What a surprise, come back. As somebody who snores like semi-frequently, right? Depends. If I land on my back, apparently Hannah will just kick the shit out of me. I got to roll onto my side. My side's my sweet spot. But if I'm on my back, snore central. I don't know.
Oh, that's weird. I don't remember you snoring in LA because I could hear you because our walls were paper thin and we had a door between us. So
I probably slept really good on my side then. That's usually.
Yeah.
I don't think I had any problem with anybody in LA.
No, LA was a very smooth trip, I think, all across the board.
Yeah. There it is. I was waiting on that.
And that's our show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Twitch Tuesday, now on Wednesday, now back on Tuesday, now on YouTube. I've been.
Yep.